Well, hey, all my friends. It's been so long. Um, we have been busily uh, redoing the studio, redesigning everything, and I have been working on creating a brand new website. I know that our website, we grew so fast that it was disorganized and Squarespace just could not figure out shipping. And they seem to always overcharge or just miscalculate. So we are switching hosts, going to a different website. Again, I've been busy working on that and hoping. We plan to go back on February 6th, and I'm working hard to get that website ready so that I actually log back onto my product website February 6th. You should see a whole new look. So we are excited about that. You should see shipping costs go down. You should see better organization. So I'm going to be really interested in hearing what you have to say about the new website when it does come live. So when you do go look at it, it won't be live until February 6th. Please email me with your comments, likes, dislikes, but email them to me. Do not post them out on social media. I don't see that. But emailing me, SharonHoppyDesigns@yahoo.com, that I see, and I can address it. Good, bad, or ugly. So anyway, so let me tell you what we're going to do tonight. We have come out with a new series of what we call all-in-one or all-in-done or one-and-done, whatever. It is, here's a small one. This is our double dipper. It is double forms with the rim actually built in. So when you do your clay, you just cut right around the edge and it's all one piece. Oh, it's magnificent. I just love these. Okay, so I'll just show you a couple samples real quick. Excuse me. So here, this one, our double dipper, like I showed you. Look at this. I even textured. Let me see if I can, let me show you up here. Whoops, wrong one. Look at this. Trying to keep the light from glaring. Where's the best light? Maybe I just go right here. Let me go the other direction with this. Let's show you this way. There you go. Now you can see. Look at that texture. Look at how deep that texture is. And that was done, and look at this. Look at the back side of this. Look at how beautiful the curves are and how nice the curve is on top. There's no pokey. It's all nice and even because it's all done in the form. So that's that one. Today I'm going to make lemon kisses. Look at these lemons just kissing around the corner at each other. And again, one and done. Now I made one previously, and this is what it comes out looking like. Is this not? Look at them lemon drop feet. But again, we've got perfect indentations, and we've got perfect. We don't have to worry about the form sliding or anything. Can you imagine the different designs you can do on this? Now, just because it has this built in, you could still probably put a rim around it and have an indentation from the rim, like a little step down. And I'll do that. I haven't done it yet, but I will do some testing with that. And then we also have a square that is going to be a big square dish with these beautiful edges around it. So it would be sitting like this, which is really gorgeous as well. And of course, don't forget, we are the original rounded bottoms and finger holds. All right, so let's get started on this dish. Let me move this over here out of my way. I'm gonna go get a piece of clay. Actually, what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna set this up so that you can see it. Let me come here. Okay, I backed up for a minute. First off, banding wheel system. That goes right on my banding wheel. And it sits on there so it doesn't slide off. You can spin it however you want. Now remember, normally what we would do is put a template down over here and then put our form on top and put our clay. These one and dones, you just simply are going to put on your peg. Now you won't have a hole all the way through. This was just our sample prototype. And it's not going anywhere. You're not going to knock that off. So I'm going to step out of view of the camera. I'm going to go get a big old slab that I can plop down on here and get started. Get started on here. Be right back. I'm not shutting the camera off because I want you to see me. I want you to see me when I come back, because this is a pretty good size slab. I didn't need a slab this big. I probably should just cut this in half. I probably should. Let me go cut this. Hold on. I don't need a slab this darn big. And I don't want to waste it, so I'm going to go out of screenshot for a minute. Cover this excess piece up. And let's come back. Okay, I am back. I'm going to set this on here and lift up and push in. And kind of come in a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Now, I am going to just, I left my knife over there. I'm just going to take this and just come in and come around the edge of my banding wheel, just to take this excess clay out of my way, because I don't need it and it's in my way. But I'm going to keep this because I'm going to use that for the foot. For the foot, man, for the foot. So I just set it around there. All right. I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to press my finger like this and just kind of come into these indents. Now, if you'll notice on this one, I have, where's my, the texture on the whole thing. And I did the same thing. I went like this when I had it over. So I did this in the exact same way I'm doing here, and it did not hurt my texture whatsoever. And it's got that nice rounded curve. It's not sharp and pokey. So then this is how I did it. My finger in, and I just kind of lightly come around, and I try to get equal depth, and I'm coming around the lemon. Coming around the lemon. Okay, so you can see it's already started to sink in. Then I take my little red rib and I come in and we're all swoopers here, right? Go to the fat end if you want to. Just go trade sides, flip it over so you have the same depth or the same edge on both sides. And then I go to the smaller edge and bring that down. Make sure you come into the middle here, like that. Okay, see how that's nice and even there? And then I'm gonna take the rounded side and I'm gonna come around my lemons and do my normal little swoop here around my lemons. If it doesn't swoop great, then just lightly wet your rib so that it will. Just like this. Okay, and then what I want to do is I'm going to take the small end and I'm going to come around this outer border just to make that sure that that's down and around that edge. Wet this a bit and come down and around. I'm doing it kind of rough because I don't have texture on this one. So I'm not worried about that. And that all of this out here is all going to be cut off. I'm just getting where it's going to be. I'm going to rinse off my rib. Get all that clay off my rib. And I'm just going to come back up and smooth it out one last time here. And smooth around these edges. Just like that. All right, now I'm going to come in. I'm going to wring my sponge out where I can't get anything else out of it. And I'm just going to lightly wipe across. Just get any crumbs off, smooth it out. And again, I'm not really pressing. I'm just kind of loosely wiping. Now I do have some dents that was on the clay before I brought it on here. So I'm getting the goobers off my rib. So I'm just going to come around and take those little dents out. Just like that, and round these edges. Just like this. Now I'm going to wipe that moisture off. If you see any dents, just get it with your rib. Gosh, so pretty. And again, you don't have to worry. Let me take this out of my way. You do not have to worry at all about this sliding off your banding wheel system because it's not going anywhere. Now, what I like to do is kind of wet my finger and just kind of feel that I'm getting that in an even way down and around. And you can feel it. I just want these all pretty even, and I want it to come down these edges. And that smooths it out as well. See how those go down? My light's a little bright. Just a little more. Just like that. And then go back with your sponge. Make sure there's no moisture left on that. Look at how pretty that looks. All right. Now I'm going to take my excess little piece of clay here that I have sitting over here, and I'm just going to do an easy little corn cob foot for now on this one. So I'm just going to go in and grab my piece. See that? Now, I'm going to flip it over here so that you can see what I'm doing. All my tools got moved around. There they are. See my little tool holder? Yes, my son-in-law got a new toy, and we are playing with it. Okay, so I'm just going to come around. Actually, that needs to go out just a little more. Might as well do them all while I'm here. Try to make it lemon shape if I can. Lemon kisses. Lemon kisses. All right. Now I'm also going to score the back of this piece of foot. And I'm just going to use my craft brush here. Whoops, here. In some water. My water bucket is full of clay at the bottom, so it's kind of slip water, but. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill these, or not fill these. Add a little moisture to this. Just like this. And I'm going to come over here and get this as well. All right. So I'm going to take this and start in the middle. And do it whichever direction you turn best. I turn this way. I'm going to stick my thumb here and bend this around so it has a little football lemony shape. And then I like to come over the top. And cut at an angle so that I have a bit more, stab it, real estate. I like to dip the end of my my tool in the water, my scoring tool. And then I do like to just get the tips of my fingers just slightly damp so that I can bring that in and run it across so that you can lose the seam. And then I wet my fingers and slide them around to round off that foot. I'm also using a little bit of pressure to press this foot into place. Notice I'm building up some slip down here. Now I'm going to come in with my sponge and come around. Now, that doesn't look so much like a lemon, in my opinion. I'm going to bring this out just a bit. And then I'm going to kind of pinch this in just a bit. Now it looks like a lemon. There we go. And then I'll take my craft brush and I like to wipe it on my sponge, and then I'm going to come around and you will see when you're doing it up close, you will see when you filled in all the little cracks and crevices with all that little extra slip you made in here, so that you know your foot's not going to come off. And there you have it. Now, there's one foot. And then I'm going to take my little stamp and stick it in the foot right there. Okay, one done. Look at that. Is that not the cutest little lemon? Okay. Let me get another strip of clay here, because we'll do the next feet. As I'm doing this, let me tell you, if you haven't seen the new stuff that we've done, it is posted out on our old website. Be sure and look under the hybrid forms for our bread maker. We created it a couple years ago and never did get it put up. We had one of our founding members playing with it and with templates to for us to be able to create a good template for that. So we've got the bread pan in two sizes, a regular size, which you would find your normal bread pan size, and then a baby mini loaf. And those will have templates for them. And our baker series of casseroles, which we did round casseroles last year, beginning of last year, I believe. So we are, I guess I stuck my shirt in this or something. Anyway, so those are going to be out, but we've got several new forms and um, rolling pins and 3D carved rolling pins and 3D carved. Oh, I didn't even bring one. Oh, here's one right here. Let me show you this. You're just going to freak out. Look at these texture boards. Look at the depth of this texture board. Oh, it is amazing when it's rolled out. When you do your clay on that. Here's a collaboration one I'm working on, but that's all I'm going to show you on that one. That one is a collaboration with someone. All right, let me wet down my foot. And let's do foot number 2. Again, I'm going to start in the middle and wrap it around my thumb. And I'm kind of pressing it down as I go. And again, wrap it around my thumb and come right there. Angle cut. We're going to angle that. Gives you more real estate so that you're at that diagonal, then it comes together kind of like that, and you have a lot more space than if it was just straight up and down. And going to score this with my scoring tool. And again, I'm going to just kind of wet my thumb and first finger so that I can press that together and right over the top. That just kind of hides that seam completely. And then I wet my first 2 fingers and press down and kind of curve it around. You see that? Oh, let me come over here. Just like this. Just like this. And then I'm going to pinch it in. Pinch it in to give it that lemon shape. And then I'm going to use my craft brush. If you have any extra score marks out there, you want to be sure and kind of wipe those off as well. That's why I sometimes come around with my sponge, just to make sure I got it all. Oops, forgot to turn my phone off. Shame on me. Let me turn that back off real quick. Okay, now I'm going to go inside here and get this one. And then what I like to do is look up in my camera and see if I got these both kind of lemony shape. Kind of the same shape. And then finish up. You want to take your time and really finish this up. And I like to take a little form and kind of press on my foot, make sure that they're attached good and make sure that they're flat. Just like this. See how that looks? Is that not just cute? Cute, cutest bug. This one needs to come in just a hair. There we go. 2 little lemon drop feet. 1 to go. And I think we're gonna go this other way. I'm gonna take my scraps. I like to take a quick second if I have a bunch of scraps like this. And before they get too dried out, I like to wedge them real quick. I don't want them to just sit and get dried out. And then I have to reclaim them. And yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm just, it's a little ball, so I'm just kind of single-handed wedging it. And then I'll roll it into a little log. And I have a bucket over here that I'll just dip this in my water. And I'm going to go set it in the bucket. It's kind of a damp box that I have set up over there. It's got a wet towel in the bottom of a plastic container. And a damp towel in the bottom, and then I put my clay in there, a damp towel over the top, and plastic over the top, and then the lid on, so that I can easily wedge it back and roll it back on my slab table, and it stays nice and damp and moist so that I don't have to reclaim it. So I'm going to make my 3rd foot here. Hopefully, I just cut this one off accidentally, hopefully. Yeah, that should be enough. Score this. I will tell you, our weather today in Texas is so gorgeous. It is very hard to work because all I want to do is run to the lake and go fishing and relaxing. And in fact, we may take off tomorrow and actually go to the lake. We got to do some fixing down there on our dock, but while Mr. Wilson is fishing, I can be working on the website. And I think I would much rather work on the website down there in this gorgeous weather instead of just sitting here in my office. I mean, if you gotta work, you gotta work, but you could sure work in a better place, right? So, the lake it is tomorrow. Now, again, we go to the lake tomorrow. I don't know about Mr. Wilson, but I won't be shirking my duties. I will be working on the website. He probably have his pole in the water. Whoops. Pole in the water while he's working on our dock. And we'll be brainstorming ideas. We went to dinner the other night. And I said to him, all right, we live and breathe this business. It's in the house. It's all we talk about. It's all we do. I want to see, can we get through this whole dinner without talking about the business and without getting on our phone when it goes off with a customer? We just need to enjoy a dinner that we don't talk about the business. And we both looked at each other and went, like, okay, what are we going to talk about then? And do you know that that whole dinner was probably 45 minutes. We never shut up, and not a word was said about the business. I think that's a first. So we were pretty excited. We're like, oh, there is a life out here outside of this darn business. And by darn business, we love our business. But, you know, when you're a small business and there's only 2 people It does tend to consume you, and you tend to have no other life. And so that could be bad. So we are working on life-work balance. Life-work balance. Everybody should have it. People that work from home are probably realizing that working from home sometimes isn't all that cracked up to be, because sometimes you actually work harder and longer from home because it's right there staring you in the face, and you're like, oh, let me just do one more thing, or an email comes in and you're like, oh, I'll just go jump on the computer. Work-life balance. All right, let me make my little lemony ends. Press this in, press this in. There's my little lemon drops. Oh, I got 3 lemon drops. Now, on this one, I really have some score marks here, so I'm going to come around with my rib and smooth those out, just like that. Oops, was smoothed out. Smooth it out just like that. How's this for a sweet little one and done? Now I'm going to put my little, make it flat. Now, I do also like to do this. Let me grab a bigger board, be right back. Sorry, I wanted to go get a full-size template because I would like to put this on here and make sure it's even, level, flat. And I could go get a level and put it on there, but I don't think that's necessary. Just set that right there, and we are good. We are golden. How's that? How's that? A little lemons. All right. Now, I do want to take my needle tool. You can do one of 2 things. You can wait till this is really set up and then use your wire cutter to come around these outside edges flat. Or you can go in with your needle tool. Actually, I have the color skinnier one that I used the other day, but it only knows where it's at. We just moved everything around and I don't see it at all. I do not see it, so I'm just going to use this one because it doesn't matter. So I'm going to come in straight to the outside edge and just go straight around the outside edge. I don't have to worry about pushing this off because it's attached to my banding wheel system. There. That's the beauty of this banding wheel system. Woohoo! Okay, there is your tray. Now, I will tell you, because you can now see these outside edges. That's not going to fall off. See that? See how nice and smooth that is? But see, like right there, I see there's a little piece. So I'm just going to, now that I can, oh, that one wasn't even attached. But now that I can see these edges, I'm just going to go double verify that I have these, any little crumbs. I really didn't have any crumbs. Any little crumbs off of here. Whew, that was it. And my phone, I didn't turn it off. Better yet. Now I'm going to just come around this outside edge here. I can't shut it off because My hands are wet. There. And I want you to notice that I'm really not going to have cleanup on this because I've taken my time and really done a good job along the way. There you have it. Look at that. Look at that. Now, when I go to flip that over, this is what I have. Just like the perfect size. And see the back of that? So there we have our Lemon Kisses one and done tray. Okay, so don't forget February 6th, new website launches. In the meantime, you can see these dishes on our existing website and all of the other products that we have. But I hope you loved this, and throughout this week or this time next week, I am going to post the video of decorating this dish. And there are so many options. So put in the comments what you think would be an awesome way to decorate this Lemon Kisses little snack tray. This is 13 by 13. And again, if you can see to my hands, about the size of this when it's, now this hasn't even been bisque fired, so it's going to shrink some. If you would like to see it a size bigger, let us know. We can always add that. I don't think it would do any good to do a size smaller, but thank you for joining me. I'm going to start posting my videos here on YouTube, so be sure and subscribe, like, comment, and all that kind of stuff. And we will be doing weekly demos on different products. And again, we will be decorating this little bad boy next week. See you then.